సార్ నమస్తే అండి. ఇది నా ఛానల్. నా పేరు మురళీధర్. కాకపోతే ఏంటంటే ఒక స్టూడెంట్స్‌కి ఒక యూజ్‌ఫుల్‌గా ఉండాలని మీరు అమెరికా నుంచి వచ్చారని తెలిసింది. సార్ ఫస్ట్ మీ గురించి చెప్పండి సార్.
నా గురించి మై నేమ్ ఇస్ గౌరీ.
ఓకే.
ఐ వెంట్ టు ఐ డిడ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ ఇన్ గీతం,
ఓకే.
గీతం కాలేజ్,
ఓకే.
and I went to US around 96,
ఓకే.
and then I have did my masters. In 98 I started my career,
ఓకే.
and ever since I've been working in Fortune 500 companies in
Okay.
the United States.
ఓకే.
I've traveled across US and worked for so many companies.
ఓకే.
Most of them are Fortune 500 companies,
Okay.
which is like big, very big companies, billions of dollars companies.
ఓకే.
Um, so yeah, most of it is I worked in my career as a software engineer, architect,
ఓకే.
designer,
ఓకే.
in a day-to-day
Okay.
job, write code for a living.
ఓకే. ఓకే సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఇప్పుడు ప్రెజెంట్ స్టూడెంట్స్‌కి ఇండియాలో మీరు ఇండియన్ స్టూడెంట్స్ చూస్తున్నారు కదా! బీయింగ్ ఇండియన్. సో ఇండియన్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఏమేమి స్కిల్స్ డెవలప్ చేసుకోవాలా?
Yeah,
To set
in a software perspective, you mean?
సాఫ్ట్‌వేర్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్.
Yeah. So, see, India,
ఓకే.
if you get a job in India, right, within the country, most of the time the job is based on something called service-based industry.
ఓకే.
So, what is service-based industry? Service-based industry means, for example, if you take a company like Infosys, right,
ఓకే.
you are not working for Infosys. Even though you are working for Infosys, you are working for the client of the Infosys.
ఓకే.
So, Infosys has 1,000 clients, and you will be working. They will put you in one of the clients.
ఓకే.
So most of the time, if you work as a software engineer in India,
ఓకే.
you work for the client. So in service-based industry, the opportunity to grow is very limited.
ఓకే.
So the reason it's limited is because your job as an employee of Infosys is to serve your client.
ఓకే.
So you probably will learn a lot of things, good new things,
ఓకే.
but the growth opportunities are limited.
ఓకే.
The service-based industry. So you need to understand the difference.
యెస్.
For example, if you work for a company
ఓకే.
which produces, something,
Okay.
like let's say Spencer's, right? Let's take Spencer's, right?
ఓకే.
So you work as an IT employee of Spencer's. You're working for Spencer's, building their Spencers.com website.
ఓకే.
So there, you need to basically your focus should be in such a way that you work for such companies where you will be building something.
ఓకే.
Not for you're building not for work for a client. I advise against working for companies like TCS, Infosys,
Okay.
type of companies. The reason is you'll always will be working and going through a lot of stress in your life.
ఓకే.
I heard bad things about working for service-based industry.
Okay.
Instead, your focus should be on the direct companies where you work as employee.
Okay.
And building their software. As far as skills are concerned, right, it keeps changes. In software, it changes every few years.
ఓకే.
So nowadays, for example, if you are into programming, learn Python.
యెస్.
Java is like kind of old.
ఓకే.
Learn Python, learn JavaScript, learn React. If you go into that is programming, right? But if you go into administration systems, hardware,
Okay.
something it's called site reliability engineer. That is a different skill set.
Mm-hmm.
More than anything, you need to learn cloud technology. There are
Okay.
3 major clouds. Amazon Web Services is number 1 cloud.
Yes, sir.
Google Cloud is
Yes.
there, and then Azure from Microsoft.
Okay.
These are the 3 major clouds.
Okay.
So your focus should be on learning cloud along with programming if you want to go into a computer science engineering style programming style. And more than anything, learn cloud.
ఓకే.
The very high level I'm telling you, but it's more like explore in that area. If you are a computer engineer nowadays, if you
Okay.
don't learn cloud,
Mm.
you're not going to survive outside. You're not going to get a job.
ఓకే సార్. రైట్.
So that's my take.
సో చాలా చాలా చక్కగా చెప్పారు. నెక్స్ట్ ఇప్పుడు ప్రెజెంట్ చదువుతున్న టైం అంటే ఒక పిల్లవాడు ఇంజనీరింగ్ కానీ ఎనీ డిగ్రీ కానీ కంప్యూటర్ డిగ్రీ కానీ అదర్ దెన్ కంప్యూటర్ చదువుతున్నప్పుడు వాట్ ఆర్ ద స్కిల్ సెట్స్ టు బి లెర్న్ క్లియర్గా అంటే ఇది చదివితే నాకు జాబ్ చేస్తున్న తర్వాత కూడా బాగుంటుంది, చాలా ఫీల్ కంఫర్టబుల్గా ఉంటుందని అని అనుకోవడానికి పిల్లవాడు ఏం చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది?
If you are a computer engineer,
Yes.
if you want to get into a very good job,
ఓకే
the first thing to develop is programming brain.
ఓకే ఓకే
So a normal person, a commerce degree person, is not going to have programming brain. Programming brain only comes by training your brain.
ఎస్ ఎస్
So you need to start writing programs, whichever programming language it is.
ఓకే
You need to write attempt. You need to start attempting, because nowadays there's internet everywhere.
ఓకే
There's a lot of websites
ఓకే
to learn programming, practice programming,
ఓకే
test your knowledge after writing the programming. So you need to build that programming brain starting from the very first year. That takes years. It's
Yeah.
not like you're not going to be like an excellent programmer overnight.
ఓకే
It takes years to build that programming brain.
ఓకే
It's like, it's like trekking, right? If you trek, like all of a sudden you wake up in the morning, you trek a mountain, your legs will be sore for the
Okay.
next 10 days,
ఓకే
right? Same thing applies. Whereas if you practice trekking
ఓకే
like a month or so, after that your leg stops paining.
ఓకే
Likewise, you need to train your brain for the programming brain by, I'll give you an example. It's called hackerrank.com,
ఓకే
leetcode.com. I tell the same thing to my daughter, who is doing computer science,
ఓకే
4 years degree in Georgia Tech.
ఓకే 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 నెక్స్ట్ సార్, ఇప్పుడు ప్రజెంట్ ఇండియాలో ట్రెండ్ ఎలా ఉందంటే, ఎవరన్నా సరే పిల్లవాడు కానీ అతని తల్లి పేరెంట్స్ కానీ కూడా ప్రతి వాళ్ళు కూడా కంప్యూటర్స్ బీటెక్ అంటున్నారు. అంటే ఇది మంచిదా లేకపోతే చెడుదా?
It's a good thing. This future is nothing but computers.
ఓకే
If you want to grow in a big companies, right? Future is computers, artificial intelligence, everything is pretty much computers.
ఓకే
Um, I'm not saying the other things are bad.
Okay.
Like doctor,
Okay.
he's a doctor. But if you want to, go somewhere outside of India, this is the easiest path.
అంటే ఈ రకరకాల బ్రాంచ్లు ఉన్నాయి కదండి, ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్, సివిల్, మెకానికల్, ఇలా రకరకాల బ్రాంచెస్ ఉన్నాయి, డిసిప్లిన్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఇండియాలో. అంటే ఈ ప్రతి వాళ్ళు కూడా కంప్యూటర్స్ అంటారు. అంటే అదర్ దాన్ కంప్యూటర్స్ తీసుకొని కూడా మనం సెటిల్ అవ్వగలమా ఈ పాత్రలో? ఒకవేళ అవ్వాలి
India
అంటే
అయితే అవ్వచ్చు. Foreign countries లో, for example, if you are a mechanical engineer,
ఓకే
okay,
ఓకే
your opportunities are limited. For
Yeah.
example, I have a friend who works for Ford.
ఓకే
So he can only go to Ford, General Motors,
ఓకే
for 3-4 companies,
ఓకే
and they are located in one physical location.
ఓకే
Most of the times it's hard because in countries like US and Australia and all those countries, they hire people for those jobs that are in high in demand,
Okay.
where they can't find a lot of people.
ఓకే
To this day, since from 25 years back to this day, still the same thing.
ఓకే
So if you want to go outside of this country,
ఓకే
my best advice I can give you is build your computer skills.
ఓకే
If you do computer science,
Okay.
your goal should be going out of this country. If you want to go out of this country,
Okay.
if you want to stay in this country, you can pursue anything you want. You like civil engineering, mechanical engineering.
ఓకే ఓకే
You can find a job somewhere.
ఓకే సార్.
Yeah, that depends on what you want to do.
రైట్.
Yeah.
ఓకే, ఈ సందర్భంగా పేరెంట్స్కి ఇచ్చే సలహా ఏంటి? ఎందుకంటే మీరు పేరెంటే కాబట్టి మీకు కష్ట నష్టాలు తెలుసు. యాజ్ ఎ స్టూడెంట్గా మీకు తెలిసిన కష్టం, ఇప్పుడు పేరెంట్ అయ్యారు కాబట్టి సో ఏ విధమైన స్టెప్స్ తీసుకుంటే పిల్లవాడికి ఫ్యూచర్ బాగుంటుంది?
పేరెంట్స్ యూజువల్గా ఒకసారి ఇంజనీరింగ్ డిగ్రీలోకి ఎంటర్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత
ఓకే
ఇట్స్ బెటర్ నాట్ టు ఇన్వాల్వ్ దెమ్సెల్ఫ్ too much.
ఓకే ఓకే సార్.
Encourage
ఓకే
them by providing resources.
ఓకే
And for example, I'm a student and I want to go to a seminar
ఓకే
somewhere.
ఓకే ఓకే
Provide resources
Okay.
so that you encourage them.
ఓకే
And I advise against telling them go this way, this career path,
Okay.
this career path. It all depends on the student interest.
అంటే కంప్లీట్గా ఫ్రీడమ్ ఇచ్చిమంటారు పిల్లవాడికి?
Yeah,
Right,
because some people
Okay.
they don't like computers.
ఎస్
right? They want to go into civil engineering.
ఓకే.
They want to pursue something.
Hmm.
So if you push them towards something that kid don't want,
Hmm.
what happens is he'll end up
ఎస్
he'll lose interest,
ఎస్ ఎస్.
right? So yeah.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank
మంచి
you.
మంచి సలహాలు ఇచ్చారు.
Yeah,
వెరీ
thank
గుడ్.
you.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.